From the News Channel 5 Network, this is SportsLine.
Welcome into SportsLine on News Channel 5 Plus. I'm Jonathan Hutton. Glad you're with us this evening. We'll discuss college football throughout the hour. Hear from Butch Jones coming up a little bit later as he previews the Georgia Bulldogs. The Bulldogs coming off just a blowout loss to Alabama. And, of course, Tennessee now 0-2 in the conference, trying to pick up their first Southeastern Conference victory against a team that they've been shaky against. They've lost 5 straight against Georgia in the series. But we're going to start down in Murfreesboro. The Blue Raiders falling to Vanderbilt on Saturday for their homecoming. Earlier, prior to kickoff between Vanderbilt and MTSU at Floyd Stadium, they unveiled a statue of one of the best coaches in the history of the program, Boots Donnelly, who took the podium and had this to say about the statue unveiling.
The one, you said it earlier, honey hush. It's a hell of a crowd. You know, I don't know how you're supposed to follow somebody like Bunio. That was a hell of a job, eh? Yeah. And then I did not realize that DeJuan could speak as well as he did. But I'm going to ask one question to everyone in here. Would you please raise your hand if the only reason you're in this building is to get out of the rain? Mark McKinnon raised his hand, but Mark could never get out of the rain. You know, I don't know, I don't really know what to say. I really don't. I think it's basically been said. But I'm like Ed, and I want y'all to bear with me because I've never read a speech. I've never written a speech. I've just lie a lot. But today, I'm going to read because I want to make it right. I want to thank the people that Ed has thanked previously. But more importantly, I want to make sure that I thank Harry Weber. Harry, once more time, would you please stand up? And the reason I want to thank him is because he's made that statue, he's made it look good for me and thin. And no one wants to be remembered as someone that is bald and overweight. And to Kevin and Michael, once again, would you stand up? That's one unbelievable job on that wall. All of those names out there on that wall, every one of them that's etched there in that granite has always meant a great deal to me. Their names, their faces has been in my mind and my heart for many, many years. And I'm certainly appreciative of all that for these players. I'm overwhelmed. God, am I overwhelmed with as many different emotions today. I feel profoundly grateful. I'm lucky and I'm very proud. I also feel very sad and a little bit uncomfortable be standing here. I have a statue in my likeness, and it's really embarrassing. Because I know that I never accomplished one thing alone. All of those names on that wall, all of the coaches that coached for me, they knew without a doubt that no one person can do anything by himself. I know that winning as an individual is a lot of fun. I also know that winning as a member of a team is absolutely great. There is nothing like working, sweating, and hurting every day with your teammates, and finally winning as a team. That is the greatest feeling in the world. I miss, truthfully, everyone on that wall. I miss all of the long hours in the office. I miss the locker room. I miss the August heat. I miss 3-a-days. I miss the November cold and the rain. And there's not a player in this room will not say the same thing. And I appreciate that also. Ed Bunio, my defense coordinator for 18 years. 18 years. He and his wife, Connie, decided that they were going to put a statue out there of me. I told Ed, you're crazy. Number one, you can't get it done. Number two, you don't need to do all that work because it takes a tremendous amount of time to get things done. Ed and Connie was determined. Now, DeJuan touched on Ed a little bit about batting his eyes. When Ed Bunio finally sets his mind to it, you give up because he's going to do whatever he said he was going to do. And when he decided he's going to do it, and I hung up the phone, I said, Carol, would you believe Ed and Connie is going to build a statue of me? And she said, yeah, I believe it. Ed was as great a coach as I've ever been around. He was a true friend, and he is a true friend. But more importantly, Ed Bunio has more character than anybody that I've ever been around. And I thank you, Ed, and I thank you, Connie, for doing this. But when he decided to put the statue out there, he wanted that wall because Ed knew that I believed it and the coaches believed it and everyone else, that no one individual does anything. We wanted the names of everybody on that wall. Etched in granite there are the names of every player, every coach, every administrative assistant, trainer, and manager from 1979 to 98. No one person was more important than another one because basically I yelled at all of them equally. You know, I worked with an awful lot of exceptional coaches. I don't know, there's about 38 of them came through here while I was coaching. But I'm going to tell you, there's a few of them in this room. Ray Barnes is here that I saw. Preston O'Neill is here. But I'm going to be honest, there's 4. They came here and stayed with me. That's Coach Bunio. I don't know, is Coach Five Ash here? Coach Five Ash, thank you for being here. Alex Robbins, are you here, Alex? Thank you, Alex, for everything you've done. And Floyd Walker. Floyd came as a player. That's the first time Floyd's been taller than anybody else. I worked side by side with every one of these guys for many, many years. There wasn't a better coach in the country than these guys at their positions. I don't care who says it or anybody else. These guys know exactly how to coach, exactly what to do. And I am so grateful that I've had them on my staff for many, many years, and I thank them for that. Yep.